Hello everyone, welcome to Craftino. This is the latest project which we have done. This is basically a baby book. It's a box. You can have a look. I've created that colorful, lovely and bubbly look to this book. So you can have a look at the box. It's like this. There's a cute car, a giraffe and a cute bird over here. I hope you are able to see that clearly. Okay, so let's open the box now. Okay, here the box begins, the book begins actually. It's the lid of the box in which the mother can keep a number of things related to baby and their requirement. And you can place a picture over here and you can write stuff onto these and you can place further more pictures over here as well. So just added a small pocket to this lid so that it can be utilized in a proper way. So let's begin with the book then. So it's a big book. Okay, let's talk about the first page of the book, that is the cover page. I have given a lot of elements like cute little nipple, this little bottle, and a bicycle. And you can place a picture over here, and you can place a picture over here as well. And this picture over here first. So this page talks about the caption, that is baby, and a lot of elements has been added to this. You can have a look at. It's a small hat which has been added to this. Lots and lots of flowers, which is basically quite like baby, and that type of shades has been used to this. Okay, let's move further then. This page talks about the conception and the due date, when they might have planned to have a baby. See, the couple is talking, they can write stuff over here. And next element is about the reaction of the family members when they told them the big news. So they can write the reaction of family members, what kind of gifts they have received into this tags. Okay. This is again a page which is associated with the mother while she was pregnant. It's a pregnancy journal which has been given to this. You can have a look. Different months pregnancy and her experience can be mentioned onto this. The pictures can be mentioned here. Okay. Apart from this, she can add when the first time I felt the baby movement, changes in the habits, changes in diet, sickness, shorts, I love to do, feelings, cravings, exercises she used to do. She can add all those stuff. The shopping bags are added over here. Whatever kind of shopping and changes she might have made in her house, she can add that. And a lot of bubbly and beautiful butterfly look has been created onto this. Okay. This page actually speaks about the start of something incredible. That is. Okay. The next page is about the baby shower ceremony. So they can add multiple pictures over here. Picture over here, and few write-ups can be added in this pocket, special pocket which has been given for the purpose. And this says about Team Pink and Team Blue, which was actually the theme of their baby shower. Okay, and this is shower of blessings. I have created that type of look over here. Okay, let's move on to the next page. This is a very different concept page, which actually talks about life in 2016, because the baby is going to born in 2016. And here a lot many facts about this year can be mentioned. See, here they can keep grocery receipts so that they can, once a baby will grow up, and after 20 years when you will see that what type of rates and what prices would have been of different commodities. So this can be mentioned over here. The N6 price can be mentioned over here. Box office hits. So that's why I've added this film strip. Popular TV shows would be added over here. Apart from that, big news etc. could be added over here, and other highlights would be added in these tags. Plus the property rates and the gold prices, car fuel prices, and everything could be added in with such a just to create that, just to have a memory regarding that year. And this actually talks about memory. Okay. The next page is about once the baby was born, the first click of the baby could be placed over here, and talks about cutie pie, charming. The details of the baby could be added over here. This says that name, date, time, hospital, doctor, weight, length, eye color, hair color. And apart from that, multiple information can be added over here in this pocket with multiple tags. See, you can have a look. Okay. It's music to my ears. The first cry of a baby is actually like a music to the ears of everyone waiting for the baby since 9 months. So let's move on to the next page. This page is basically about visitors. So a big picture of family, baby with family would be added over here, and multiple pictures could be placed over here. And again there is a small tag with a hanger with about basic details of the baby, so that can be added over here. And these are the special tags which are being given to the visitors who will be visiting baby once he's born or she's born. Here they can write name, baby resembles to, and message. You can have a look. And here the multiple pictures would be added. It's a small bird which I have added onto this. Let's move on the next page. This is the page which speaks about home sweet home, welcoming baby for the first time in their house. So there's a small tag over here. They can place picture or write something over here, and pictures could be placed over here, and the write-up could be used over here as well. So I've given a look of a window of a house, and a small bird house has been added over here. And this is basically the steps of the baby. First steps, he's coming, he or she is coming. So I've added this pink and this blue because in India we don't know about the sex of the baby. So I've just added a lot of elements which could anyway complement if it is a boy or if it is a girl. Okay, let's talk about the next page. This page is basically the naming ceremony of the baby, which is the big function in India. And here I have mentioned two tags which is related to the boy's name and the girl name, whatever their parents have thought of. And here the finalized name would be mentioned, and the meaning of the name would be mentioned. And again I have given a big pocket so that they can write stuff related to the ceremony, and pictures could be placed over here, and they can place pictures on the left hand side as well. That's why I have kept the left side of the book completely empty. Okay, this is very this is very close to me. I mean, it's close to my heart, this page. I really love this page. I've added a family tree in which a baby's picture would be added over here, and maternal side over this side, and paternal side over this way. So they can place picture here. I have just made it like this, so they can play. The mother can put a picture of their family members in all these tags, and about my dad and about my mom. So they can give the details regarding them in this small pocket. And I have added this element because family is always fresh and cool. That's why I've added this element, which is quite I think that it would be correlating with it more. Next page is certificate of birth and the medical history of the baby. So medical history of the baby information would be kept in this pocket, and the certificate of birth would be handed over here. The next page is about the impressions, hand and feet impressions of the baby. So feet impressions would be placed over here and impressions would be here. I've just added such type of elements just to give a page that essence of first hand and feet prints. 10 tiny fingers and 10 tiny toes. This page actually speaks about this. Okay, this is again a very cute page which I really loved. This is bath time page. I've added a small tab over here and a lot of bubbles to write down stuff related to the first bath of the baby and the cute little baths of the baby, and the pictures can be placed in these three portions. You can have a look. Okay. The next page is actually about the growth, see me growing, something of that sort, in which a big giraffe is there because of its height, and the growth of the baby can be seen. So the picture of crawling can be added onto this. It's a small tortoise, and standing, sitting, roll baby roll, and all these type of pictures would be placed, and a date could be mentioned over here. So I've added all the elements related to growth and development of the baby. Next is the first steps of the baby. I've added that small steps to big steps with an objective that a baby is growing, and I have added a first haircut certificate and tooth fairy certificate to this small pocket. Plus multiple pictures could be placed over here, and pictures could be placed here and here as well. So I've just added that type of look to this page. I've added this tooth fairy along with a cute little brush so that it will correlate with it. Okay. Next page is playtime page. So I've added a big hot air balloon, and I hope you can see it properly. So I've added a bicycle over here, this tapu over here, and a swing, this slider, and all these type of elements has been added with an objective because it's something which is related to playtime of a baby, and multiple pictures could be placed over here and here as well. Let's move on to the next page. We are making it a bit faster because it should not be very boring. This is another page which is celebrating various festivals. So I have added an element of Holi here this side because it's a big festival in India, and this is the big festival that is Diwali. So I've added these rockets here, and furthermore festivals would be added, and I have given multiple picture spaces over here, and we can place a cute little picture over here as well. Okay, this is a travel time page of a baby in which they can put up multiple pictures in this flip book, and they can write stuff inside this and over this, and this page talks about road trip plus flight and wherever the baby cruise and wherever the baby has been went for a holiday or something, so the mother can write all the stuff related to that. The next page is about the precious first year of the baby, in which I have given these two waterfall flippers, in which they can mention about various months of the details of the months of that of the baby, and multiple pictures over here, and they have multiple tags, around 12 tags, in which they have to write down the month, then height, weight, size of the clothes, favorites, routines, and outings, and highlights of that particular month. So all these tags would be added in this pocket which is being given on this page. And again I've used a cute giraffe over here because this depicts more of growth of the baby. So that type of look has been created onto this page. Okay. Let's move on to the next page. That is my birthday. It's the first birthday of the baby. And I have created that gift type look to these tags as well, in which they can write, they can mention write-ups, or they can put up pictures, and pictures can be put up over here as well. This is a page which is related to various moods of the baby, and here all the pictures related to different moods of the baby could be placed. And this is the first play school school time page, in which I have added a cute little book over here, and multiple pictures could be placed over here in this clip, and this big picture can be placed over here. I've used pencils and a lot of apples, because A for apple, a child begins from there, and so all that type of bubbly look has been created on this. So that was it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and share our video, so that we get motivated to make more videos for you all. One more thing I would be adding to this is a card which is for the doctor, who would be the concerned doctor to that lady, and this card will be gifted to that doctor. Okay, then have a nice day. Enjoy yourselves. Bye bye. Take care.